Alright, how's everybody doing? Good to see all you. Hope you're having a wonderful day thus far. Hey Danny, hey Fries, hey Poppy, Sora, Jester, Aaliyah, Mick, Seth, Machete, anyone else who might be lurking about, or anyone I might have missed due to being barely conscious. I need my caffeine to kick in, like, now. Now would be great. Um... Yeah, that's how cameras work. I didn't have the lens cap up for a moment. I was like, I'm forgetting to do something before I switch scenes. And yeah, it was that. Right, Kevin? I want my caffeine and I want it now. um Alright, so should be able to finish no dialogue today. We have a few big fights. We have Gortash, we have House of Hope if I allow that. Because that's going to require dialogue, so we'll go Spirit of the Run there. Swapping out the mods. Okay. You're playing Hades from the beginning while we wait for the sequel to come to console. Is it not on console already? I thought it was. I've been playing the mod that ports Hades 1 into Hades 2. And that's been fun. Hey Keith, how are you? PC and Switch 2. Huh, weird. Alright, so I guess the thing to figure out off the bat is, I need my flash blinders. These are gonna have to go on my bar. Because it's no dialogue, we are not allowed to, destroy the foundry. I can still go over there and, kill the boss, I guess. Got the rest of my many target arrows. Okay, here's an idea. I have this stack of 17k gold, right? What if I blood money Gortash? That's a funny idea. Kind of into it. But first let's go get the Steel Watcher bow. I don't want to go about doing that. That'll be probably Arcane Acuity, Amulet of the Devout. Spell save DC is 12 currently, so 14. Max Acuity 24. I don't need to go that crazy. I could steal the cloak from Helsig. I could do Mystic Carrion's quest without doing the quest. Get Hood of the Weave, that's 2. Either way, we gotta go to the other map. Hey, Nevivian, how are you? Didn't have a hangover this morning, still woke up quite scrunkly. The party was great yesterday. Appetizer was wedding soup and pumpkin cream soup. Did you combine to make a creamy wedding soup? I believe that's called a honeymoon, right?
Don't waste a step.
That spell save DC there, but I'm using Hill Giant Gloves for carry weight currently. Excuse me. I could put those away for the moment. Alright, we gotta manage carry weight here. Flash blinders are adding a lot. Put those away. Carbossen's gifts are great, but I don't know if I try to use them on Gortash with all the Steel Watchers present. I could get away with it as a fighter, but we'll see if I remember to pick them up from storage. Put away my Undead Slaying. Put away my Aberration Slaying. Keep the Humanoid. Thanks for streaking, Keith. Blast, thank you. Put away Monstrosity Slaying. I guess we keep Fiend for now. I don't need to have 32 many target arrows, but I don't need to not have 32 many target arrows, you know? Crimson Mischief's pretty great if I'm going hand crossbow mode, which I won't be doing for a bit, so we can put it away for now. We absolutely keep Bloodthirst around, though. Bloodthirst remains in your inventory in Act 3 if you're a fighter. It just does. It's a shame I don't have Nyrolna and Woe to round out that that trio, but Bloodthirst stays. I can put that away for now. Bonespike gloves maybe have to be what I wear in the Gortash fight, because Steel Watchers. I could put the Amulet of Ball away, because it doesn't work. Put away camp clothes. Put away some of my arrows of fire. Alright, fine. I'll put away 12 of those. There we go. So, next question. Do I have any greater invis? I have 6. Cool. Let's get in stealth gear. So that's going to be disguise as a gnome. Suppose we do that. Crusher's Ring. I think I have to keep Boots of Persistence on here. We'll go Graceful Cloth though. Nimblefinger gloves. Amulet of the Devout. I could go steal Ring of Feywild Sparks, but effort. Alright, that'll have to be good enough for now. Hey Holly, welcome in. Hey, Nene. Flaming Fist just walking out? Okay.
Need to find a way forward. This calls for careful footwork.
This might trigger a cutscene that it shouldn't actually make me part of.
Best be on my way.
Do I want the Steel Watcher helmet while I'm in here? Kind of. I've actually really come to like the Steel Watcher helmet. I can just grab it while I'm here. Yeah, it's annoying that that triggers, but whatever. I did not start a conversation. I did not. Actually, will equip this right now. It's blind immunity. Don't need Rat Bat on at the moment. Just equip that so something is there. This means I gotta make a little bit room again.
Don't want to draw any attention.
There we go.
What path lies before me?
Watching all these BG3 streams make me want to dedicate my life to it again. I support this decision. Hey, my own Slick, how are you?
Don't give me trouble now.
BG3 or watching stream? Good question, but I support either. Totally not biased. Could craft the Watcher bow. I'm not going to use it this run. So what we're going to do here is Greater Invis. Get our 3 dashes. Again, I cannot blow up the foundry, but what I can do is go over here. Pickpocket the key to the next room from that guy. That being DC 11 is higher than I remember, but Iron Throne doesn't blow up as long as you have the key when you open this. Used a Mage Hand to spawn in the Water Titan. Gonna switch from Bloodlust to Arcane Acuity here. Do wish I had more of my spell save DC gear on me right now. We'll equip that for one more. Go here, keep that going. 90%, good.
If everyone else minds their business, I'll be fine.
Okay, we ate its brain. Now time to get out of here. BG3 but Astarian moans every 6 seconds. Toggleable, by the way. Listen, I couldn't find the toggle, Danny. We're doing everything we can. Sneaks into heavily guarded factory, kills boss, takes its bow, refuses to elaborate, leaves. Yeah. Yeah.
Perhaps if I adjusted the watch's rotary.
If I had done Boots' speed here, I would have been able to do this movement more cleanly. But, maintaining freedom of movement from my boots in case I ended up in a combat I didn't intend to be in was, something I valued here. Greater Invis ran out.
Time to press ahead.
Now we regular Invis to get out. We're gonna have this bugged combat music for a little bit. Probably pick another fight, but it's fine. Okay, bow I can use for funsies. It's in most situations just less effective than the Titan string bow, but most importantly, it's cooler. So it's got that going. Now we prep for fighting Gort. Do wish I had more in the way of universal res. How am I doing on heals? Should be enough. We have to make room. I can switch back to here. I don't think we're going Radis Badis mode for Coronation. I think this is probably Armor of Persistence territory. Because in terms of gear slots, it takes care of maintaining my physical res, which I won't need to worry about maintaining force res if I don't transform Gortash. This might end up being a very slow fight, or if I burst him down, it'll be a very fast fight. Don't need to do Baldurin if I'm doing Adamantine Shield. I did take Dual Wielder though, and it does make sense to lean into that, so maybe this is a Morning Frost angle, but Sledboard helps keep me protected against Steel Watchers at the start, so we'll go there. I can go Bloodthirst to force Piercing Vuln from time to time. Defender Flail might be the play though. So let's see where I stored that. I do want these Remove Curse scrolls. Do I have globes on me? In case he cheats turn order wise? Yeah, I do. Several walls of ice. So I'm actually pretty pleased with my progress in Hades 1. Normally pretty self-deprecating about my abilities. Guess I remember more than I thought. I already got Elysium. Current saves only 4 to 5 hours. Nice. Flail of Ages, I'll keep around. Got a lot of weapons to choose from. Morning Frost. If I'm doing cold arrows, it makes a lot of sense to keep that around. but I don't think I'll do too much of that. I think maybe we go Saravox Helmet here, so Phantasmal Killer isn't on the table. But there's not any Bay Knights at the Coronation. Those are upstairs. I'll still keep it on me. Putting away Adamantine Splint feels gross and wrong. Yeah, stick with Boots of Persistence probably. Maybe I can't go Sledboard. Or I can. If I go Soul Perception up here, then I don't know my crit immunity unless I go back to Adamantine Splint. Kind of defeats the purpose. I could get Ambusher. Trying to be at plus 10. I'll just have to start with the Vigilance. Maybe I can get away with Gauntermail here. Not on special arrow clicks, but on regular shots. Problem is I have no reason to do regular shots with the amount of consumables I have. Hey, shots? Steel Watcher Helmet can go away for now. Hey Ladyvax, hey Beyblade. I'll use the Flail of Ages real quick here. So it buffs your main hand weapon, I believe. Yeah. I can send that away. I need freedom of movement, so Boots of Persistence have to stay. Maybe Crusher's Ring is still the vibe. Unless I decide I want to go Ring of Free Action, but I don't free up anything more important in that slot. Boots of Elemental Momentum could end up being more movement, but it's effort. Strange Conduit Ring makes sense. With special arrows. Arrows of Slaying, you get it on both. Kind of don't hate that. So you can see we're not really going for AC here at only 24 AC, 26 if we maintain haste. Don't expect things to miss you in Act 3. Wave Mothers? Yeah, let's go steal the Wave Mother's cloak. Who snitched? Oh, it was me. Yeah. Is casting Celestial Haze as a bonus action or standard action? It's a regular action. Right, I forgot I actually didn't finish my inventory management here. I can put away Mutilage Carapace. It's a really, really good item, and it's best in slot for my damage output right now, in terms of what's available in this run. Just the problem is... I need the carry weight, and currently I need to also be tanky. Still making room. Put 5 of these away. I do want all of these flash blinders. I don't necessarily need the Helldusk boots on me, but I will continue to humor myself. Sending keys to camp doesn't free up much carry weight, but it is some. Book of Displacement might end up being a better click than Wave Mothers, maybe. Also, Missile Snaring might end up being better than Bone Spike, and I go near misser mode. That's too much thinking. Hey Mick, thanks for gifting us up to Hey Holly, I appreciate it. Very kind of you. So I'm a little locked in just figuring out what I want to have for these next couple fights. Let me save, 'cause it's been a little bit. I don't need to keep that much grease on me. I want to keep Sonic Movement around for if I go back into Rat-Bat mode. I want to keep Mighty Cloth for if I need 20 Strength mode. And don't want to give up Glove slot or Elixir slot. Dispel's Gloves are very good, but it's too competitive to a gear slot for me to justify using those right now. What did Jake go on? He's just Jacob. Been the biggest fan of Poke Displacement after I first learned about it. It's so good, Banebleed. Like, being able to force disadvantage in that slot is way more impactful than most amounts of AC in most scenarios. Now, there's something to be said mathematically for the combination of decent AC and forcing disadvantage being, like, something that you can use to justify AC. But forcing disadvantage is great if you are not investing in AC because it's more impactful than shifting your AC by those small amounts would be by itself. So with how I tend to gear, Cloak of Displacement tends to feel better. It's basically choosing between, do I want +2 AC and +2 saving throws as long as I don't take damage, or do I want disadvantage on incoming attack rolls as long as I don't take damage? I'm kind of leaning towards disadvantage right now. Just trying to minimize Steel Watcher hits on me more than anything. Put away Helldusk Helmet. An idea for the next run? I want to play Gale. Want to do... I'm leaning towards once I get it. I want to do Great Weapon Master Shadow Lantern stuff. I was looking at different things I could use to boost that. It's a club, so I could do Shillelagh stuff. I could do Monk to give it a better damage die. Thought about doing Giant Barbarian for Elemental Cleaver and the Enlarge for some damage that way. That would also give me Reckless Attack to help offset the low accuracy of Grey Weapon Master. I thought about doing Hunter, because then I could do Horde Breaker and later Whirlwind Attack. So, some flavor of two-handed club build, I think, is where I'm at. 20% to hit becomes 4%. Yeah, it's really, really good. It's also disproportionately good against things that already are attacking you with advantage. So think of like things that have pack tactics, or things that are attacking you from outside of your dark vision range, or if you ever get knocked prone. Also helps shut down sneak attacks from rogues, which is a very big deal when fighting Dollar, for example. Hello, I'm gay. And watching BG3 streamers for quite some time, seeing different streamers approach and challenge is so cool to see. I agree. I agree. The variety and approach is something that keeps it very fresh for me, too. Let's Defender Flail. I want the DR. So our physical DR is 5, 6, up to 13. With Force Conduit fully stacked, and Resistance. So that means someone would have to hit us for 28 damage physically to do any damage. Steel Washers, their bows are what, 2d10? They have 20 or 22 dex. Let's actually see. No, I thought of it, Sora, but I wasn't gonna. That's why I went to 13 instead of including both of the numbers. Here's one walking. Okay, 22 dex. They're level 11, so proficiency bonus +4. Dex mod +6. That's +10. It's non-magical. So their bow damage should be up to 30. But I still don't want to be taking hits from that. I could do protection from missiles, which would make it so they can't hurt me for 10 turns. Did I remember to get those gloves from Tally, or did I kill her too quickly? I think I killed her before I got those, actually. I had them on the last attempt, but let's verify. I can't get the protection from missiles shield, because that's a dialogue, sadly. Yeah, protection from missiles would have been the play here. But hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully my memory is bad, and I do have the gloves. Doesn't appear that I do. Yeah, that's okay. So that just leaves a couple damage rolls. Steel Watcher bows can hurt me. It's fine. I could pop into Hell to buff up my weapon a bit, but that's effort I just don't feel like going to. Think about Strange Conduit, it's going to be good against everything that's not Steel Watchers, but that's not where I need the damage, except for Gortash himself, but I'll have other solutions there, so... Maybe it is Ring of Free Action and I put on Safety Helldusk Boots. I could Rat Bat mode here with the amount of DR that I have. It's just I'm a little nervous about my movement. Let's say I do this. This is my bound weapon right now. So I can throw the Rat Bat to equip it. If I see fit. Won't be doing good damage on that throw, but I can. This kind of makes me want to put on Elemental Infusion. then I don't have freedom of movement anymore. Let's go here. This will allow me to preserve momentum. Yeah, alright, that's the setup. What will I be concentrating on? Honestly, Stone Skin is an option if I wanted to wear a different armor here, but I want resistance as much as I want the other things. I could do Blur and then switch up my cloak. Might be Expeditious Retreat, which I did learn. That would justify Speedy Light Feet over Boots of Elemental Momentum, but I don't know if I'm going to consistently use my bonus action on that. Is the issue. Hey, Exile. It's Wall of Ice. It's always been Wall of Ice. For anyone unfamiliar with Wall of Ice, it's been rapidly climbing my list of favorite spells in this game. It is so ridiculously busted. It's kind of... like, I'm very mad at myself for not becoming a Wall of Ice stand sooner. Hey, book. I say, thanks for good luck. More of crimes against everything that breathes, pretty much Exile. I could get away with this. Because if I build around doing good damage during the Bolt of Celestial Light turns, that makes a lot of sense. Alright, and let's use that just because we have it. Anything else I need to do before we go back? Don't think so. It's busted. Why didn't I grab a hammer and fix it? Got him. Began using it on Arcane Trickster as an opening to fix DC with Magical Ambush. Which spell are you kicking yourself for not using earlier? Wall of Ice. Helps that it's fixed now too. Even if it wasn't Mustard, like, the mechanical value of it. What are my favorite uses? So, you see this wall that it's making? If I were to make that under these creatures here, they would take the cold damage from the wall being made, and then they're on the icy terrain, so they would have to save to not go prone on that. But then also, they're up in the air. If Wall of Ice ends, then they fall too, which not only moves them across an icy surface again, puts them into the icy cloud, causes them to take more damage. That icy cloud is the same level of, like, obscurity as a fog cloud, so they often can't see your target in or out of it, or through it. But also, if you make them fall enough, they can also take fall damage. And the difference in altitude causes a lot of enemy AI to get confused. Sometimes if you are standing on a wall of ice, or they are, if they can't fly, they just don't know what to do. Some enemies will instead choose to attack the wall of ice instead of attacking you, because it is a physical entity with a health bar. So if they determine that the only way to get to you is through the wall, and they can't go over it, they'll try to attack it. It just has a lot of applications, and that icy cloud sticks around for 10 turns with no concentration. Plus, cold damage is very easy to scale by applying wet. Extremely good spell.
Let's rehearse this one.
Are they going to arrest us?
Pretend I'm a fix.
What if they throw us in
And
jail?
tell me what you were doing in the house. Except if you're a criminal, of course.
I would be doing myself a favor by thinning out the enemies down here, but, like, maybe I just, don't bother. I could open by trying to paralyze Gortash, but it's meaningless because of his, transformation. I think we open with War Magic, if possible. Yeah. I'll open with a Mage Hand War Magic opener.
That's a friendly looking shadow. Don't mind if I do.
Maybe not Mage Hand, then. Guess it'll have to be Minor Illusion. Want to leave the Deranged Force curtain up. Deal with the other one. My bonus action next turn will be for changing out my elixir. Raven Guard and the Flaming Fists are surprised. I should kill this guy so the Fire Elemental doesn't become a problem.
May the gods take you first.
Flash Blinder, get those 4.
Recovery in progress. Citizens.
If I can make that
Do
one
not
jump
be
up here,
alarmed.
that neutralizes that. Same with that one. That one will be harder. Maybe I could use the grenade impellers to my advantage. That one will be an issue too. Might eat the brain of that one. I could go for paralytics and stuff on Gortash. The problem is if I deliver that via my arrows, I'm going to do too much damage and transform him. I think I want all the Steel Watchers dead first, just for maximum safety. So I can switch to Ratbat equip mode by throwing it right now. Should have waited 12 more minutes. Blinding Gortash also makes sense. But let's do that. And I will use my action surge right away. So we're also going to do this. Now he's going to be rolling a disadvantage on the ice surface. He's got 20 dex and proficiency, so I don't expect him to slip. But that combined with him being unable to see should make it pretty easy for me to avoid him doing anything of value on this first turn. And I want to give myself a few turns of Force Conduit stacking up. Let's destroy that. What's my plan? Am I going there? I'm going there. Start on a Steel Watcher. Construct Slaying. Plateau Guard, Raven Guard, and himself. Okay. Well, I'm not attacking him. They only have plus 10 from the low ground. So if I stand on high ground, I would only need 30 AC to tank them. The problem is I can't guarantee that I remain on high ground, and often they'll be getting the high ground. So I would need 34. Not 54. It's unfortunate. What was the play? This fight could be very spoopy dependent on your setup. Yeah, I do put this in the handful of fights I would consider something to respect on every run. Disadvantage mattered. So I could Celestial Haste, but I kind of want to save that, because that won't be coming back. Use the fire surface here to give myself that. Buy myself another turn of all these watchers not acting.
Recovery in progress. Citizens, do not be alarmed.
That one is probably stuck up there. Switch to Bloodlust. So hoping for a little more damage out of that one, but saved. Do I Black Hole Gore or do I go for damage? I think I need to go for damage. So let's get the Wall of Ice set up now. The Gortash got knocked prone. And he took the damage from the wall. That Steel Watcher's up there now. I think I could just stay concentrating on that for the moment. Hey Mark, hey Smelvin. Interesting play. I left the Deranged Force Gardens up because those give him vulnerability to most damage types. You can probably Bloodlust off of working a many target arrow off of Wall of Ice. You do enough. Here. I could have set up an infinite haste spore by using a summon, but I'm fine with this too. I still have one attack from that action. Don't really have ideal movement there. Let's go for you, because you won't opportunity attack me. I don't have a damage rider or elemental momentum right now. It's okay. I got Eldritch Inertia onto you. They're slowed, they all have burnt out optics. I could break my concentration on the Wall of Ice now, but I think it still makes sense, although... I'm tempted to set up another one. Instead of that. Let's get more damage going. I'm gonna eventually want to set up Hexblade's Curse on Gortash. I guess for now I could hex somebody. Should have been you. How's my coding? Still got time. Reflecto Guard's over. Hex Raven Guard. Maybe kill him next turn. If Phase Optimizer gives all those Steel Watchers an extra action, that's the risk of grouping them up that way. But I'm on high ground. They have burnt out optics. Can they even hit me with burnt out optics? Yeah, if that min rolls, they have +9. Or no, this one has high ground too. It's still stricken, so I could knock it down. That's the thing? Oh, what's the thing, Hazel? Sorry. I deflect with self-defecation. We're not the same. Nice. Yeah, forget self-deprecation. Self-defecation. Infinite haste spores? Yeah. I considered fire shielding and I decided against it. If Raven Guard hits me, I will regret that decision. sure I get Bloodlust. I damaged him too much. Okay. Because I damaged him too much, I need to make different plays. I don't want to fly through my icy cloud. I don't have force resistance right now. I was hoping he would roll good against my bomb there. He did not. So that's not how that was supposed to go, but the knockback interrupted his actual curse thing on me, so I guess we take those. So I can get over there. I think that's effective enough. I need to move my Hex from Raven Guard, so I gotta kill him soon. Change up my coding. Not doing any weird turn order shit, so this should work properly. Which one got him? This one. Forgot to deal with that. So he's resistant to most things right now. Which means it's not a do damage to Gortash turn. Never reapplied Longstrider to myself either after I swapped boots. That's an error. That's why my movement wasn't enough to get out there. I was wondering what was wrong. This will be a lengthy fight, but I'm playing it safe. Getting Steel Watchers stuck on what even are these? Bleachers. Works pretty well. Get some damage in on that guy. Got him with the Crawler Mucus. I have Bone Spike gloves on, so my piercing damage is at least still full. Haste Spores are over there. I don't think I can get to them. Are there any other hostile surfaces I can use? Yes, there are. Made the Steel Watcher break a grease bottle. Now I'm gonna move this. It's a fire surface. Now it's a haste spore. Won't come close to killing him, but getting damage in makes sense. No, need to do that first. Order. I think I can handle being here. I'm gonna remove a stack of one flash blinder from the stack here. Get there. I might blind myself, but it's fine.
Recovery in
Saved.
progress. Citizens, do not be alarmed.
He's blind. These two are stunned. That one was out of range. Right, he's saved on blindness, but he's still paralyzed. What you guys doing? Leaving a lyric? Appreciate it. My force conduit should be fully stacked now. Could reasonably switch weapons. Why? Okay. Lord Porter's bodyguard punched the manifestation of tyranny. It's kind of based. Icy Cloud didn't get as much coverage as I want. It got kind of interrupted in a few spots here, which is unfortunate, but... Vortash is still paralyzed. I don't like all of the things around me right now, but surely that'll be fine. Sure, the kill there. Not having Longstrider be like. Let's just correct that now. Can't realistically kill Gortash this turn. Do I Booming Blade Raven Guard so that I can War Magic? Hit him with something else? No. I could cast Shadow Blade if I want a different melee weapon on right now. That's another way of switching weapons. Black Hole's not on bonus action. And I really want to get more damage in here, but it puts me in such a bad position. If I keep Eldritch Inertia on him, he's unlikely to break out. I could set up another wall of ice, but then that's going to make me actually hitting him difficult. Here's what we do. Just a simple jump. If I can get more Steel Watchers stuck up here, that makes sense. Raven Guard will probably attack me. And Gortash still paralyzed. Still snowed in. Kind of want a PB&J, but warm, like a toasty one with butter. That sounds good. What does Will say if you do this to kill his father? He doesn't feel great about it, but he won't leave or anything. I'm taking my sweet time with turns in this fight, but it's going well. I haven't taken damage yet. Taking my sweet turn. I don't know what that means, but it's provocative, right? Debating if I save my reaction for shield. Not for shield specifically, but I am gonna save it. Because I do still have shield to make myself hittable in most situations right now. The reason why Gortash is still alive is because I don't have damage gear equipped. Yeah, Raven Guard doesn't see a roll that hurts me because of all my DR. So tempted to many targets off of that to ensure Bloodlust. I ran out of Black Hole recast turns. Promise victory's over? Sad. How is it? They'll just move my hex. Brace. Which means I will have to dash or Terrazul to relocate here. Transposition arrow. I can force tunnel as well. It's an option. Force tunnel that way. Does that get me away from the incineration casters though? Force tunnel here. Okay, that's my escape. Brace was insanely greedy here. But we out here. Two. There's thunder damage on that. Ice Storm makes sense, actually. Cool. Ahoy, Captain. Force Tunnel's what I call my bunghole. Oh. Does it have a short rest cooldown? Yeah, with this much DR, they're not even trying to attack me. So I can start using actions to change into damage gear. Not even using second ring. I unequipped during the fight. Because I had boots on that I didn't properly equip for. Want bloodlust off of that? Guess not. Nice job, thank you. Valley Infusion. Where's my rat bot? Throw the rat bat at him to equip it. Mine large I'll be wearing off too. So either next turn or turn after, they will start willingly attacking me. Ooh, we got Icy Cloud value. Nice. Like, even on a successful save. How much damage they still took. No vuln, just passively. Did Gordicus even get a usable turn? He threw a Reflecto Guard at himself and Raven Guard. and then on another turn he threw a phase optimizer at some Steel Watchers. That's all he did. There was one post-transformation where he dashed and then put a fist above my head, but not a meaningfully actionable turn, no. When I step outside in January. Braisby knows its owner and returns in case wielder's clumsy and not intentionally binding it. I really like binding weapons for efficient swapping like that. There's other tricks you can do. Something that I've not delved into that I did mention earlier in the fight is casting the Shadow Blade spell to switch weapons is also a good option. Because that's a weapon swap on a bonus action, if you think about it. So Eldritch Knight is very unique in that you have so many ways of swapping weapons, because you have improved extra attack, you have action surge, you have weapon bind, you can learn Shadow Blade, you have the extra fighter feats, you can take dual wielder, you can do all sorts of interesting weapon configurations, and change them on the fly. One of EK's many W's. Why is EK Bind so much better than Warlock? It's not. Like, they have different use cases. Okay, they're willing to attack me now. So with 5 Force Conduit, they are willing. That new spell, Wall of Steel Watchers? Yeah, it's from a difficulty mod I put in that, trust me, it makes the game harder. If I have a wall of 5 Steel Watchers, I also get stun immunity. But it makes the game harder. What happens if you cast Silence on them? The same thing that happens if you use Strength on the truck. Next target appears to have volunteered. His fire shield's almost over, at which point I'll be willing to hit him. Probably a waste to hex this one, but... I think I'm out of range of those 5. I have more flash blinders for them as my DR gets low. Sorry, Daddy Dude, you're next. actually took damage. You rolled an 18 through disadvantage, and that'll do it. Did Shadowblade binding it in my solo EK Karlak. I'll dismantle every tin can for humanoid enemies run. Meanwhile, Dwarven Thrower for the tin cans. Yeah, Dwarven Thrower is another great one that I should have on me for throw swapping. You can do Dwarven Thrower, Nyrolna, Bloodthirst as a sort of unholy trinity of being prepared for every outcome, but then that also leaves you your bound weapon. That leaves you Woe, which isn't a thrown weapon, but you can still throw swap it. Blazing Plate of the Marshal's quite good. Just not really at this point. I don't think there's anything I can do to improve my situation here. Psychic won't do anything of value here. Could go Horns, but I don't want to drop my crit immunity right now. Nope, just current gear. Simply bonk. Okay, I'm in range now. Unfortunate. My hit rate isn't great because I only have 18 strength.
Seems like the best way.
Recovery in progress. Citizens, do not be alarmed.
Move my hex early. Hey, Juta. Why doesn't he have a lootable tadpole? That's a good question. Probably the same reason companions don't discourage you from doing that. Tadpole too fresh? Could be that. Tadpole stored in the balls. There's a lot of stuff in there. Scammed?
Recovery in progress. Citizens, do not be alarmed.
Slaps testes? Oh, I've seen that one. They don't have an angle on me. Yeah. How you doing, Thropsy? Game really wants to scam me. Just do that. Glad I achieved. I was gonna make an unwrapped joke there, but I couldn't formulate a good one.
Recovery in progress. Citizens,
One
do
flash
not be
blinder left.
alarmed.
Save for emergencies. Feel like exploding? It's cool. Can formulate a good one is what the doctor told my mom when I was born. Oh. You okay? Debating if I want to restart my Death Cleric run, try this Void Blade Sorcerer class. I'm always down for a nice Death Cleric run. Hey, do your image. Jake, no desk. Alright, I took 2 damage.
How much farther can I go?
Fort wasn't ready for the takedown. That's true. And that guy's just chilling, I guess. Fucking squid, leave me alone.
Nether stones, the thrum quicken.
Don't really need those. I don't need phase optimizers. I will keep a reflector guard though, because those are funny. Gauntlet of the Tyrant? No, don't need.
Better be cautious.
So I can change into more aggressive gear now. I could do horns, adamantine splint. Don't really feel like I need blade ward here. I want to keep going rat bat mode for now, I think. Can I risk horns? No. Still on bloodlust. Less damage than I was hoping for, but that's okay. It did. A mega mind under all that ass. I appreciate you saying that I have big ass energy, Dade. That's gonna sustain me for the remainder of the year, honestly. Scammed out of my bloodlust too. Yeah, you can have that. For 0 damage. Critical miss. Yeah. Guess I just don't hit my attacks today. You also need to sustain yourself. Food, don't forget food. I wish I could forget food. Food's too expensive to forget. I'll eat something eventually today. So, fun thing about sweeping attack is it's shit. For whatever reason, it's just your superiority die with absolutely no bonuses at all. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what that first thing is, Sora. I don't really want to fight the rest of these Watchers. They're gonna do their C invis thing.
The brain is breaking free. We must discover where it is hidden before that happens.
Let's get in and out.
Now, why did I want that money? Couldn't tell you. But I did.
The brain is growing in power.
Yeah, sure it is, Squid. Hey, Mark, thanks for the 20-year streak.
Breathe deep and move.
So I think he took the Booming Blade damage, which stopped him from healing on this combat reset. Booming Blade is such an unserious spell. Up bright and early, booming thy blade. Something like that.
It's getting ready to break free.
I want to break for you.
I can't wait to sleep.
Should call her? I don't know if you should. Imagine finding an enemy that flies in invisible, blows your head off, and then flies out invisible. Huh?
Stick to the list.
What does it feel like?
In a word, sir. Exquisite.
Stunning. It's really leather-like.
Just out of view. What to take? Using a 5-finger discount.
Guess I could use more elemental slang.
I can take what I please.
Blightbringer is really funny.
Crime can pay.
I still want to try Lethargic Blightbringer. But I suppose that doesn't have to be this run. Maybe I can do that on the Gale run, actually. I could use this somewhat effectively. My current spellcasting modifier is Riz. I guess this would enable Arcane Synergy being not 0, but ultimately meh. I think I can get back in Radis Badis mode now. Let's go grab my Adamantine Splint. I don't need to worry about the spectators in the House of Hope, because I'm not going into that room. Blazing Plate of the Marshal is a shout here, possibly. I'm gonna need to be in this strength bracket because I have to throw Raphael around, so we're using Hill Giant Gloves. Which means, do I use Ratbat? Or do I go Bloodthirst with something else? What are my candidates here? Bloodthirst with Offhand Crimson Mischief is something. Main hand Bloodthirst, Stab, Throw, main hand Crimson Mischief is pretty good. Kevin is Kevin. Okay. I can do Cold Snap Near Misser stuff, that's funny. Not good for my current purposes, but funny. Wish I could get Duelist Prerogative here. I guess Shadowblade Dollar is nice. So we'll do that. We go Sonic Movement. I feel like I just don't bother. We can buff this with Flail of Ages. Which I need to make sure I grab. Defender Flail can go to camp. Where's my Flail of Ages? There it is. And I guess we go that way. Switch to Wave Mothers. Do I go Horns? Might be Soul Perception here. I actually don't know if Saravox Hat works on Raphael's Charm. Probably doesn't, but slap it on anyway because I have it. I rarely have that item. And I can go Colossus here. So I don't have to worry about my Dwargar in large. Helm of Bald. Crusher's Ring stays winning again. The amount of people who I see running around saying that Act 1 gear isn't good enough is like... but almost all of the game's top-end movement gear is in the first 10 minutes of the game. Like, what do you mean? Boots of Speed, Haste Helm, Crusher's Ring, Fleet Fingers. Those are all right there.
Won't tell us how or touch either, will they? Classic Boulder's mouth.
A Corrosive Age here? So the spell version of Shadowblade, if you want to buff, like Drake Throat style, with one character, the only way to do that I know of is using Dual Wielder with Flail of Aegis. I could True Strike Riposte with this, but... yeah, fuck it, let's do that.
Have to keep going.
Hey, I haven't done House of Grief. So I don't have Iconia's Shield. I guess I could do that. I completely forgot about that being an option. Yeah, let's go over there first. That'll be chill. Still keep that on. You two play nice. Hey, Trade, thanks for the raid. How was your stream? What'd you get up to? We just did Coronation Gort. I was about to go do House of Hope, then I remembered I haven't done Viconia yet, so... gonna go do that now. Just talking about fun things like using Flail of Ages in the offhand to buff, main hand spell version Shadowblade. Bit of an obscure tech, but a fun one. Guess I could have done Cold Infusion and done Morning Frost in that hand, but ultimately I don't really care. Is +8 initiative enough? Probably not. Let's do that then. Or maybe this is a protective plate fight. And because I got stuck in a dialogue loop with Lurthendor couldn't break out of. Made progress on low com percent otherwise. Nice. Yeah, I've had that Lurthendor dialogue loop. It's extremely annoying, and I still don't understand why they haven't, YouTube stop fight. Still don't understand why they haven't, addressed Lurthendor, despite the fact that he's been bugged in every player's game since patch 8, but what can you do? Yeah, we'll do this. Maybe this, actually. Half an hour progress just gone because of that. Yeah, that's annoying. I'm sorry that happened. Who the fuck are you? Why are you running up to me?
Something's on my mind.
Farewell, friend.
Yeah, I just fully forgot to ever go to the House of Grief.
I need the list of
To us by our guests. The counting house requires valuations.
I could blood money Viconia. I wanted to be real funny.
Think you can take me on?
Look, it's the thing people think Blade Singer's good at.
One day I'll catch a break. Sounds like there's gold inside. They're proceeds? What to do?
Kevin, you good, man? He's just Kevining over there. I don't know what his agenda is. He's an enigma. I think he's sulking because he lost a fight.
Can't risk being in open view. At the ready.
Love how the best way to get in here, regardless of what you want to do, is just murder everyone up front so you don't get mapped. Yeah, like the exception, I guess, is if you have DJ Shart, and you want her to lead a coup. That's a pretty easy version of the fight that does require doing the mapping. But Quag, 10-2, Blade, Pow with Shadow Blade, Boom Blade, Divine Smite is the OP build. They do think that. It's true.
Pains forgotten. We shall be free.
Free from light, free from pain, free from all burdens.
Lady Shah shall restore us to our purest form. Right. Time to skulk about.
Those who cling to light are destined to lose it. Candles will gutter. Hearths will burn low. The stars will dim. Shed no tears for such fools. They are unworthy of Lady Shah's truth and doom themselves.
Why is action refresh chain lightning again? Cat, can you get away from me, man? He loves dragging paper bags under my desk. Are you hungry? Let me see if he's hungry. He was hungry. What is mapped? So, doing the heart form mapping that Viconia tells you to do in dialogue. Basically, your dialogue responses there will dictate what she can do to you in the fight, but also she has a legendary action outside of that, makes it so she can blast you for 120 psychic damage if you have been mapped, on top of whatever your heart form mapping does to you, which again depends on your responses. And remember, 120 psychic damage, I'm carrying around the Resonance Stone. She could be like, hey, 240. That's a one-shot. With my current HP, anyway. I am on Bloodlust. Eldritch Inertia on Viconia is pretty cool. Let's make sure we get the Crusaders. That matters most. What's the most toxic wall of ice line I can do? Like that. Love that spell. And we cancel. Iconia falls into it, takes even more damage. And she died. The Fidelians now? I don't think I'm actually worried about the Crusaders. Let's go for the Fidelians. I have my bonus action still. Could go for you. Let's go for you. Hey Rick, all classes use the same Alithis power. There's some special played archer with the team. The same tadpole powers are available to all classes. Before the 1.0 release of the game, back in early access, there were some tadpole powers that were specific to certain classes, but that's not something they kept in the final build of the game. Like Ice Wall, at least some console sort of bugged, if it breaks the map That's still there, so there's a permanent invisible wall where it used to be. Almost locked myself out of hazardous spikes. The wall extended block most of the doorway. Like, a wall that you can't walk through, or a wall that you can't see through? Because this icy cloud, yes, you can't see through this. But you can walk through it, it's just damaging. God, we are in ad jail right now. Whoops. Can't walk through after the fight's over. Huh, that's annoying. Left my moon lantern over there. That's fine. Also don't have crit immunity on right now, but I don't really care. Thank you, Icy Cloud. Beckoning Darkness? Nope, you had a Shadow Step, right? Morning, Kels. Hard fight.
Carry me.
No damage. I have no reason to even go in that room. We're done here. Go persistence here. I don't think it's necessary. When I'm playing an archer, I want Ethel's hair to use dexterity. I mean, most of the time, yes. Most builds you want hag hair on dexterity. Most builds. Sometimes you want it on a casting stat, rarely you want it on strength, but like, most of the time, dex is the biggest benefit you can get. Doing a ranger archer trying to play stealth, then yeah, definitely dexterity. Thank you, you're... So I think I just deal with this the funniest way possible, actually.
Without hopes.
by just stripping naked. I can't ability drain int. Yes, I can. You're necrotic immune. Let's see if this works anyway. Science. Okay, I can't. Bad order. That's fine. Ability drain on the Hellfire Ball. What am I missing? That. Absorb intellect. Fastest way to kill those are either eat their brains or put them in chasms.
No time for mercy.
Eldritch Inertia. Game never fails to show me something new in place really don't expect it. Maybe I'm just too focused on where my character's going. Never noticed Gorilla sneaking around the Tiefling party before. Yeah. Gorilla follows you throughout the game. You could see her at the Tiefling party, you could see her at the Mason's Guild in Act 2, you can see her in the graveyard in Rivington, you could see her in the Sharessa's Caress. You could see her in the Elfsong Tavern. You could see her in the Goblin Camp, potentially, too. Forgot that one. Gorilla is shadowing you throughout the game.
But without the hammer, you can't take me any.
Never noticed her there before. Yeah, it's sometimes funny when you detect her because, like, Will be scooting away from her, so you'll just notice Will walking in a weird direction and it's Gorilla just poop walking right behind him.
That's a friendly looking shadow.
Which Gorilla can get behind me any day.
Can't risk being
Gorilla's hot. Yeah, yeah. Dwarf woman in BG3 is hot. Orc found in drawer.
May the gods take you first. Moving in. Cursed to put my hands on everything. Better be cautious. Think you can take me on? I don't need any attention right now.
Get Eldritch Inertia on you. You succeeded? Rolled a 15. Well, that's bullshit. If evil, why hot? Exactly. Fucking hellfire. I didn't move far enough. Huh, I don't have as many ice arrows as I should right now. Bad order, but it's okay. Gorilla rhymes with Quesadilla. That's true. I've heard that. Oh, I left my moon lantern in the House of Grief. I don't need it anymore.
These boots have seen everything.
Any other weapons I want to buff up with Flail of Ages while I have the opportunity? Not really. Probably should get Drake Throat on Hellrider or Titan's turn. Meh. Effort. Or Moon Lantern do me wonder. Do I need to explain the concept of light? I don't understand.
This calls for careful footwork.
Also, I didn't see a question in there. Holy bazongas. Yeah. Enjoying the bath? Yeah, and so how are you?
Just
Boobies. Hey, bunny. Really for the light it gives? Why would I lie to you?
just want a little.
I used it in the House of Grief because a bunch of the abilities of shards require not being illuminated. It's a light. I used the light for light. Doesn't actually give light, turns off the dark.
What path
If
lies
light isn't real, how can our eyes be real? Asking the real questions.
You can't leave me here, please don't!
Crack that open.
You're my only friend.
You gotta have higher standards, Hope.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Go with a crab. I am gonna have to deal with your gear. I think I go there. Which means maybe I do that too. No, we'll stay committed to the bit. Could use Fire Shield to get fire res. Good enough? Let's go. It's now time for crowd.
I will not abide. You.
Their skulls will make fun.
If you have any last word, no.
All mortal lives expire. Souls go to their dooms in flame forevermore.
Only have one haste spore grenade left. Yeah, that's worth it. It's not, but I'm gonna do it anyway. For style points. Cool, Raphael did get stunned.
Hell has its laws. Hell. Effect in the cause. Curtain falls, but hold your applause. Squirm. For now down here come the claws.
We have knocked Raphael up. I repeat, we have knocked Raphael up.
Lives, all mortal lives expire. Souls go to their dooms in flame forevermore.
Fools, how hard you have fought. Brave, but it's all been for naught. True souls that couldn't be bought. Doomed, detected, and caught.
I'll use luck at the far realms here.
No more deals, it's over.
Don't need to.
The final act, you're doomed. No more grace, it's over. This house of hope.
I'll use it there. Okay.
End them.
Thighs, big lady thighs. Yeah. Yeah. Anybody weak? That one is.
All mortal lives expire.
Fiendslaying? Yeah, why not? It's a pretty compelling argument for why not, but I just did it again. Use shield if necessary. Someone on Discord asked for a fight on this fight yesterday. Advice on this fight yesterday. An answer was given to blow up the pillars with smoke powder barrels. This is why people shouldn't answer mechanical questions if they have no idea why they're doing what they're doing. Because I guarantee whoever said that could not tell you what the pillars actually do. Guarantee.
Detected at
For the challenge. I mean, there's a couple situations where, yeah, for certain mechanics, destroying the pillars can be an actionable strategy. But I guarantee the person suggesting that does not know those strategies, so... Or, like, go watch my vid, but, like, what was their reasoning? Did they explain it in the video? Because it's kind of like someone can be right for the wrong reason, which means they're not right. Like, if someone happens to blunder into the correct answer to a math problem, but the way they got there is completely asinine. Saravox helmet does not work on that. Good science. Still do that. Let's get a good heal going. Not in steeped in piss range, so I won't backlash you. It's not worth. Really hitting me for much. Swap between freezing and electrifying the ground. Raphael spent the whole fight on the floor while Karlach threw shit at him. To be honest, forgot the pillars entirely. Yeah, because the pillars are so much of a non-factor as long as you are effectively crowd controlling Raphael. Like, even if you don't want the pillars to be a factor, instead of buffing him by destroying them, you could just walk out of the room. Once he gets to about here, he doesn't benefit anymore. Just walk out of the room instead of giving him the ability to ignore your fire resistance and do 3 more actions per turn.
I won't give in.
Just a thought. But you know, that Redditor brain. Keep that nice and electrified. I should get Hex going on Raph, actually. Can't yet. Do it next turn when I'm not beguiled anymore. Switch to Wizard's Main Oil. Burst attack, so we'll shield for the turn. Wouldn't it be funny if Raphael's wings didn't work? It'd be really funny if you could just bait him one step out of the door and then throw him over this specific railing and have him die immediately. Like stacking Arcane Acuity, lock them down with Hold Monster, bursting down only if I know I can do one turn. I like Eye Bite. So, Raphael's Inevitable Resolve does not work on every control effect. It does work on Hold Monster, doesn't work on Eye Bite Fearful. So if you stick Eye Bite Fearful to him, then he just, as long as that condition sticks on him, he does nothing except run away from you on his turn. That's it. So, that's 10 turns per application. Assuming he never breaks out of it, which you can easily make it so he can't break out of it. If you have a sorcerer, you could have them extend it for 20 turns. How do you discover you can toss him over the edge like that? I tried to toss him over the edge. That's it. You tend to discover things in this game by, like, trying things in this game. See if you hit me. Loved watching the crate share door puzzle. I'm glad. I had fun with that. My long-term strat for killing Raph in this fight is not shooting him with the bow. I'm just using the bow for the Campions because it's decent at keeping them positioned where I want them. I have a lot of raspberries. You're not slowed. Still these. Cool. Frees up carry weight. It's raspberry, not to full. Let's be over 140. Thanks for the explanation. Just getting into honor mode. By everything you've asked here over the time you've been here, Patricio. Because you have that inquisitive mind, you're like open to strategies. I think you're gonna do a lot better on honor mode than you think. Just like being the type of person who's like, hey, how does this strat work? What were you thinking of when you did this? Like, critical thinking. No, that's one of the biggest things for honor mode. It's the second biggest thing behind just reading in general. So I think you're gonna do better than you think you are. We backlash because he was in Steeped and Bliss range. And I have Hexblade's Curse on him. Unfortunately, that was a min roll. That could have been a lot more damage. I love this weaponizing Scrying Eye tech to kidnap and kill zone and calls the guards for the party. That's funny, yeah. Alright, I'm out of black hole turns. That just means I start chopping away. Do you want to do a backlash only Raphael kill? Backlash is so good on him, it's crazy. Let's heal. Tossing him on the ground is correct. Sonic Overload will stop me from benefiting from water layer protection. Do a gear swap. Yeah. Gear swap. Horns? No, it's gotta be Bloodthirst. Shadowblade's secretly good. Secretly, yeah. So I'm beguiled for a turn. Means I can't directly get him. But I don't really need direct.
Doomed, detected, and lost.
Can update my elixir. We can go to Cloud Giant. And then next turn swap off of Strength Gloves. Spellbite? Go Martial Exertion for Big Funny. Just to flex on him, I think. I could finish him. Sure.
No more devils, no more debts. With its master
Good fight, I
gone,
guess.
the house is nothing more now than an empty carcass.
Could maybe do slinging shoes, backlash Raph. That'd be funny. $94 on a non-crit is pretty good. Or was that a crit? Oh, that was a crit. Okay. Yeah. Hexblade's Curse. Saravox had Bloodthirst. I was critting on 17s on him. Pretty good. Hey, welcome back. What other fights are left? I need to not do Leroican so Aelin doesn't become an ally. I don't really care to do Mystic Carrion. Already did Saravok. Should I go beat the game? Click Chris. Watch my buddy pick a fighter and only do plain weapon attacks first half of Act 1 was rough, to be honest. Can't say I was never there. It takes a bit to diversify. You can do a lot of really cool things once you, put a little bit of effort towards it. I could leave Minsk alone. Remember, I have to side with the squid, so finale's actually going to be a little annoying. No FPS. Although, what if I go take the hammer now? Is Aelin becoming an ally force dialogue? Yeah, it makes Bjorn alive. I need to have no allies. Can I just take it with no dialogue now? Wait, we might be so back. I never thought of doing it in this order. Okay, fuck you, squid. That is how you get the Orphic Hammer without dialogue. Simply obtain the hammer. Yeah. Alright, gather your allies. We have nobody. It was just Volo and we killed him. As long as we don't kill Leroican, Aelin, even though she's hanging out in our camp, won't actually be an ally.
What's hiding here?
No, I guess I could take the Helldusk armor. Sure. That's how you pissed him off then? Sealed gloves for necklace? I unequip my disguise. That's why I'm naked. Do I go Ratbat or do I go Shadowblade for Brain? Probably Shadowblade. Because, no ballast armor. Retaliation Wizard's popular 11-1 Abjuration Wizard Draconic Sorcerer worth it compared to doing 10-1-1 Wizard Sorcerer Cleric for Armor Proficiency and doing Ham. So, if the goal is actually being a Retaliation build, neither of those is even remotely what I would do. Doing a Retaliation build and doing a high damage reduction Wizard are two entirely different builds. If you were trying to do effective retaliation, having that much abjuration locks you out of having most of your good retaliation effects that come from class features, and also it means you're tanky enough that a couple of the ones just can't happen. Because a big thing to keep in mind is Flesh Melter Cloak, Bone Spike Garb, Iron Vine Shield, a couple that I'm missing, but at the very least, those three all require you successfully taking damage. So if you have a bajillion wizard levels, then the only thing you're getting from those levels is a higher arcane ward cap. So either you are sitting at that high arcane ward and not successfully taking damage, or you are using those wizard levels for nothing. So if the goal is retaliation damage, I wouldn't do wizard beyond 2 levels at most, if you're doing it at all.
That we must not make the same mistake. We must work to. I wish I could trust none, but it is.
How many dialogue's been unavoidable? Enough that I haven't been keeping track. What's most important to me is like spirit of the run here. But basically everything involving the Dream Guardian has been like, and you know, the squid has been, I've had to put up with that. Lae'zel at the very beginning of the run. A lot of the time entering a new region will trigger a dialogue. Don't really need Sorcerer either. Warlock for getting Hex and Agathis is a bit more value. Yeah. Gale run after? Probably Primary Motion. Yeah, we're early in the run. Or early in the stream today. Yeah, we'll probably start the new run later. But expanding on Trade's point about retaliation builds, like, Sorcerer, it has the use case in terms of retaliation setups, it's got 2 things going for it. At level 1, you can take Draconic Bloodline White to grab Armor of Agathis if you want to keep your full caster progression and are not already taking at least 6 levels of Lore Bard. That's the only time that 1 level dip actually is good. Because if you have enough wiggle room to where you don't need that level for caster progression, just take Warlock and you get Hex, Hexblade's Curse, and Armor of Agathis, and extra cantrips. You just get a lot more value. If you are taking Lore Bard, well, you can pick up Agathis at level 6 or 10 anyway. Most reasonably 6, because I tend to take Contagion at 10. So I'll want to have Hex and Agathis for my level 6 choices. The other thing that Sorcerer would bring to the table is if for some reason you did more than 1 level for meta magic, that's something. You, like, at level 2, Sorcerers can make infinite spell slots with meta magic. Sometimes there's reasons to do extended spell if you want to get more turns out of, like, a fire shield or something if you have a limited supply. There's value there. Maybe you want to squeeze in a Quicken Spell Booming Blade to grab Elemental Infusion uptime because that applies to retaliation effects. Like, there's reasons to go 2 or 3 levels of Sorcerer sometimes on that kind of build. But in general, if you're doing a 1 level dip, I'm much more of a fan of taking 1 level of Warlock and then grabbing Agathis from either there or Lore Bard. Other downside to Draconic in terms of retaliation setups is it force mage armor on you if you aren't wearing any other armor, so you just have 3 more AC you can't get rid of. I tend to try to turn off that with, like, Grimskull Helm or some such, but especially in Act 3, you could end up in a situation where your ideal gear, you're not able to turn that off. Like, if you're doing Horns, Flesh Melter, Bone Spike, probably Spellmite here. Psionic Movement there. Psionic movement will turn off the mage armor, but if you're not doing psionic movement or speedy light feet, like let's say you want to do Helldusk boots or boots of speed, then you have that extra 3 AC you can't opt out of, and that's annoying. Another possible reason to consider level 1 Demon Warlock, Great Old One Fear, and Crit Assassin super good. Well, we were specifically talking about retaliation builds for Ryzen. So, yeah, Great Old One's a great subclass. It's a nice 1-level dip, but the context was we were talking about a specific kind of build. Where Assassin isn't relevant. Did I miss the context? No, you're good. You're good. How dare you like things and want to talk about them? Boo, this chatter. Boo. Yeah, we'll do Psionic Movement, Spell Might. Do I have Darkness Arrows? I do. Let's go grab Mutilage Carapace. Time to give her fashion for the endgame. Yeah. That's rough. Oh, where's my camp clothes? We played the Abjuration Wizard Retaliation build, liked it much. Yeah, I did a lot more Retaliation builds since that run. Especially after fiddling around with your damage output is way higher if you don't do the whole Abjuration angle. Again, there's reasons to sometimes include some Wizard. Like, 2 Abjuration doesn't put your DR at such a crazy threshold. It is detrimental to you when you're doing Bone Spike Garb in Act 3, but you can work around that by not having resistance. Or by, in extreme cases, even giving yourself vulnerability. And it gives you the ability to learn Fire Shield. Which, if you're having trouble stocking up on scrolls, or don't want to keep resting to keep refreshing your casts from the pieces of gear that give that, because you have with the 2 chest armors, the Infernal Robe, and Zarel's Shield, so that would limit you to 4 casts of Fire Shield per day, plus scrolls. There's an argument for a wizard just so you can learn it. Strange Conduit here. Just going in on the psychic damage, right? I don't have to tolerate the squid now, which is cool. I guess we go there. I have another Cloud Giant to pop. I do. Alright. Let's check the journal. Only bosses we are not killing in this run are Ethel, because I don't feel like it, Leroican, because I don't want Aelin to like me, and Mystic Carrion, because I don't feel like it. Shame that Wild Magic Barb has a bonkers retaliation effect locked behind RNG. Yeah. Want to go DR Wizard route instead to Hand plus Cleric then? Is there a better route? I mean, the most DR you can get in this game is just Abjuration Wizard by itself. Like, having Ham plus like Helldusk is pretty good too. So yeah, a 1-level dip for the proficiencies makes sense. Or you just take feats towards that, but like it's a difference that truly doesn't matter. Like Abjuration is tanky enough to where once it gets online, you don't really need any other defenses at all, but obviously Ham with crit immunity puts you on a level of comfort. But just being Abjuration or being a rogue or doing both makes you tanky enough that you don't have to think. Joined just recently, it's miss you naming the best retaliation builds, you haven't meant to name a few. Recently started to run, getting boring with benefit from build change. So, one that I really like, I did a Karlach Lorebard run, and that was a retaliation build. You can check that out on the VODs channel. There have been, like, discoveries and things since then. It's a little bit older at this point, but it's a run that I reference a lot. That's the run where I made Orin one-shot herself by attacking me. What was my final spec there? I think it was 10 Lorebard, 1 Cleric, 1 Warlock, if I remember correctly. The idea was, from Lorebard, you're able to pick up Hex, Armor of Agathis, and Contagion. The combined spell progression of 10 Bard plus 1 Cleric allows you to do 6-level Armor of Agathis. So you just put Hex on a target, you have Fire Shield, Agathis, Flesh Melter, Bone Spike Garb. You get Psionic Overload going, you get Boots of Psionic Movement going, you hit yourself with Contagion Blinding Sickness, so enemies have advantage attacking you. Keep your AC as low as possible, don't wear crit immunity. Bonus points for you can play a half-orc, because then that'll do more damage if someone crits you with a melee. And you make people one-shot themselves. I've done a few runs with that flavor. Most classes can do retaliation if you spec for it. A lot of it comes from gear and scrolls. A lot of it. The only things that really come from class are things to put on top of the retaliation effects. So again, Hex. And then the presence of Armor of Agathis is another big one. You got a lot of choices in terms of weapons. Like, you could do Ironbind Shield retaliation builds, which introduces, okay, maybe you want a Nature Cleric level or a Druid level, or you take Magic Initiate Druid. But there's also non-Ironbind retaliation. You could get retaliation stuff online in Act 2 with Oakfather's Embrace, and that's really fun. There's a lot of ways to play it.
Silence, but
Unavoidable dialogue. Giant Killer Hunter. Yeah. I'm still deciding what class I want to do for the Gale run. I'm kind of leaning Giant Barb. Because that's Giant's Rage plus Elemental Cleaver. Complete Find the Night Song. I want to see what the journal says there. Yeah, okay. Aelin is not an ally.
Waiting. Preparing.
Am I doing a Gale run next? Yes.
Evolving.
Hey, Raph. Big fan of 2 stars Druid just for that unbreakable concentration for Hex. Yeah, that's really nice too. 10 Lord Bard, 2 stars Druid. Makes for a really good retaliation setup.
Controlled.
No Warlock means in that setup, unless you take a feat or are a high elf, you don't have like Booming Blade to set up Alien Fusion. Your cantrips are a little more limited, and you can't get Hellish Rebuke, but acceptable trade-off because Stars Druid is fucking filthy.
Don't want to draw any attention. Don't waste a step.
This is DC 20. I thought this was 25. Another one in Temple of Baal is over 20.
Thrall.
Hear me out. What if Gale was ketamine thought of Moonrise? Nah, I'm okay. More for you, though.
Execute.
My mind is being drilled. It must be close.
Execute. Deathly.
It's close.
So, something to decide here, I guess, is... do I go evil ending or not?
Listen to it. Use the stones.
Because if I'm gonna go evil ending, or I'ma head out, I think that's the shortest ending, but then I need to save inspos, then, and I would also need to roll pretty good. Alternatively, we could go good ending, so we get the Withers party, where he's just talking to me because there's nobody else. What would you guys prefer? Sad party, or attempt to item head out and probably fail and turn into a Mind Flare? Can't wait to hear Gale Barb roaring soon. This seems pretty even. Yeah, Bard cantrips are not great for Alien Fusion. Seems pretty even. Like, I'm leaning going for I'ma head out because that is less dialogue. But sad party. Let's go with I'ma head out. So, I'm not going to be using any inspiration points here. Either get the 99 or I don't. I need to save them for not turning into a squid later.
Don't listen to it. Focus on the crown.
A 9? Wow, that's impressively shit.
I won't allow it. Again, dominate it.
I only said sad party because we did I'ma head out recently. Yeah. Sad party's funny. Alright. One roll. That's all we need. See, if you add those up, and then you by blackjack rules, that would have gotten it.
This. It has become something more. We will.
So there was an attack button there, but I don't actually know what happens if you click attack in that dialogue, so I didn't try it. Possible game over situation, just like there's going to be an attack button when I talk to Orpheus, but that is a definite game over situation. I forgot to actually get another haste 4 grenade. Will that matter? Maybe.
Don't mind if I do.
Why did my rat bat equip? Did I do that? Oh, it's because my Shadow Blade went away. And the game returns you to what you had equipped before. Squid, yay or nay? Nah, I won't be a squid. Unless I turn into one post-brain, but... So this is an attack I can't click.
I will neither forgive nor forget your abuse of my power. You like all that suffering. At this point, I will give. Come. It's time for us to meet our fates and end this illicit nightmare.
Not having any haste spores here is mildly annoying, but it's whatever. Gotta grow my beard out like Orpheus. I don't know how long it would take for me to grow in some of the spots again.
Need to find a way through.
Isis Gith for Boots of Psionic Movement. And for Formless Slaughter. Cloud Giant. No Elven Elegance. Which means I'll have to actually, like, redash, I think. Orpheus got Long Strider, though.
No one stop me yet.
My movement's not going to be great. Which means I may actually end up needing Crusher's Ring. We'll see.
Can't slow down.
Do I have invis spots? Yeah.
Let's get going. Never wanted the easy path.
Hate there's a forced rest here. It's also a weird forced rest. It clears everything beneficial. That's like temporary. But it doesn't restore the cooldowns on like long rest gear. But unlike a lot of other forced rests, it does give you back Luck of the Far Realms. It's strange. But because we have no allies, Bjorn is dead. No dialogue. Yeah, it is Bjorn. You're right. Technically.
What do we have here?
Best be on my way.
Softer than a whisper.
You have anything I need? Nah.
Very well.
I think going through here actually avoids more dialogue.
Breathe quiet. Move with care.
Ever seen a place so empty? Does it feel weird to not see allies? That's not my first run doing that, so I've had weirder.
Let's think ahead, or I'm lost.
Keep to the shadows for as long as we can. catch a break. Better not be cursed.
Went through this area backwards first time I was here, fun fact. I might have done the same, actually, in Viper.
I don't need any attention right now.
This bypasses the city watch running away scene.
Let's not get caught off guard.
But we'll need to be higher up to climb.
Orpheus. The city watch, not the city fight. I'm just skip stupid epi dialogue with feign death climb into the brain. I have not done that before, so in an ideal world, yes, I would have researched that, but I don't want to risk soft locking myself at the finish line here, because I know you've mentioned that there's ways to soft lock yourself with that, so I'm gonna opt out. But you're right.
Lloyd, need to get to the brain. Now!
Am I gonna need to do boots of speed over psionic movement? I could do a gear swap. I can do a gear swap. Also gonna need to remember to drop my stuff. Just do that now, so I'm not encumbered. Also gonna attempt to get silly with a Reflecto Guard here, in case of disaster. We have Flail of Ages, and it's not available because of the rest thing, right? Alright. So Orpheus is going to Greater Invis. I'm going to Triple Dash and Large Flight Potion, Oil of Sharpness. Throw a Reflecto Guard at us.
Can't give up now. Is that blood? No, never mind.
Redash on you
These
too.
things have stayed interesting.
In case I need to recover somehow. Just in time. Hey, Hellfire.
There it is. The place where the nether stones can unfold.
Yeah, I still gotta mess around with Feign Death here as well. And so.
Time to cast the spell again and break its will.
Doing it this way also gets Orpheus into Mind Sanctuary depleted on the first turn, which I think is optimal.
What now?
Oh man, my movement is not good. I think it's enough, but ew. All good? Did. There's an argument for me hastening myself here too. I step into that. Drink haste, shoot darkness arrow. Gives me an action, I can do a gear swap. I guess risky ring for advantage. Because I forgot to do the other way. Yeah. Ever fought these free Netherbrain guys in a solo run before? Yes, many times. You can just kill them all in the first turn. Player power is at a ludicrous peak at this point. And having any Mind Flayer here that is not the Emperor means that you can one-turn the entire top of the brain. Including the dragon, including the Emperor, everything. All of it.
This is it. Keep the enemy away until the brain is completely subdued.
What prevents you from doing so if you have the Emperor with you? The Emperor sucks and doesn't have the good tadpole powers. Like, you can still do it yourself if you are a squid with the Emperor, but, like, you need either the player, Karlach, or Orpheus,
Bound its will is stronger
because they are stronger than the Emperor is.
Our chains shake.
Its will is weakening. The brain is almost defeated.
I am still on Mind Sanctuary depleted. Boo.
it. Its will is weakening. Shouldn't have made me your enemy.
I had 4 more attacks, but okay. Once you're done with the brain, you give it to me. I need it, but I was gonna reverse engineer so that I would have one.
There. At last. It is subdued.
Can we share? Okay, we can share. We can share. Thanks for the GGs, everybody. This is a very fun run. I enjoyed this a lot.
And thus, I honor my mother's legacy. The grand design, once again, ended by my line.
The brain is on the cusp.
I wasn't really looking at the combat log. I think I saw 170 psychic damage on one of those crits. Which, like, yay, cool.
Perhaps.
A party? No. Was the London way with so many stabs? I guess so. No FPS? Correct, that was no FPS. If it was FPS, it would have been dead on the second hit. Well, that's with 1 stack. With 2 stacks... yeah. I would have had to do 4 stacks to kill on the first hit with at least that approach. But if I'd been planning on FPS, I would have instead done my bow because special arrows for 2 instances. Then I would have one-shot it. But, no FPS. Fewer dialogues with the Become ending. We're gonna try for the shortest of the evil endings, too. Damn, I'm jealous of that chair. Why is the brain casting a bad spell? What command? Moon Lantern Gale next? Yeah, Grubjaw, that's the plan. I'm glad we got this run on, it was only attempt 2. Should have been attempt 1, but, you know, a colossal fuck up on my part against Flesh.
In my name.
The world is yours. All who still draw breath bow to you. Your authority
Still not talking talked? I know she's a fraud.
Your power is absolute.
Guess you could say the spirit was willing, but the flesh was strong. Nice. Hey, Poppy, thank you for converting from a Prime to a Tier 1. I appreciate that. Thank you very much for your continued support. Need to do a run that's not dirt, still take over the brain, I haven't got that ending yet. So every origin has their own, like, option. Each origin has at least one of their own unique options here on the evil endings. It's very cool. I had a lot of fun going through seeing all of them. couple of them I liked so much, I've done them multiple times. Like, I've done the Will one multiple times now. It was the most fun Origin playthrough, in my opinion.
But what shall you do with
Astarion, Gale, or Karlach, depending on my mood, depending on the day. It's between those three.
Snuff out all life. Or something else entirely. Your darkest dreams are now possible. You have come so far. Once you wished for nothing more than to survive. But now your dreams are far
Missed the
grander.
end? Oh, you're in time for the new run, so.
By your hand alone, the future of all things shall be determined. Or so it would have been.
This is why we saved Inspos.
Indulge to
DC 25
power
con
that the Olympus
that you can't get advantage on because
now the
game's
scales
rude.
demand to be balanced.
It's one of those dialogues where it doesn't let you cast stuff or anything.
Beckons.
Alright, maybe I am rolling with advantage. Pistone. Alright, watch this. Alright, come on. You have +6. Just need to roll a 19. Oh, that was close. Pausing and champing. Oh, easy. First try. Get advantage by pissing yourself. Yeah, I do that all the time.
Luckily, the illithid powers were but one aspect of your might.
Any tadpole used to cause this power, or just the astral tadpole? I'm not sure if it's either, both, some combination of the two. But I know that if you never use any tadpoles at all, this never happens. Alright, I'm gonna head out.
Clementine! Clementine!
Alright, fast ascending. Hate to see me leave, love to watch me walk away. So yeah. Happy for you, or sorry that happened, I deal with that. Fitting, yeah, I'm glad we got that one. Cool. What a run. I hope everyone enjoyed. We're gonna start a new run in a moment here. 2 walks away and nothing? Yep. Most appropriate for the run. And it was super cool. It's so funny